Alright, it is Freaky Friday. We are on Tustin Avenue. It's 6 a.m. So if you're new to the channel, my standard routine is commuting from the city of Orange to the city of Irvine. The ranges, depending on what route I take, anywhere from 11.5 miles to 15 at the max. And been doing this ride now for close to a year. I think it'll be a year at the end of August. And I pretty much go every day, and I ride every day. Even in the rain, multiple times I've ridden in the rain. The routes I take range from all the way east to the Peter Canyon Trail, as far west as Bristol and Santa Ana. My primary routes are going to be through Santa Ana, so a lot of my footage is, a lot of my videos are going to be going through, going up Main Street in Santa Ana and all the little neighborhoods around there. I like that area a lot, and there's always a lot of good content. So today we're starting out on Tustin Avenue, and more than likely I'm just going to go Tustin to 1st Street, and then Tustin Avenue to 1st Street, and then I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure after that which way I'm going to go. I do plan my routes occasionally, but usually when I do plan a route, I end up altering the route. So, yeah, that's it. The bike I ride a Lectric XP 3.0, which I bought in late August of 2023. It's been a reliable bike. I have about, I think we're at a little over 6,000 miles. You know, a lot of my subscribers already know about all this, but in case you're new, I think it's good to give a little background. Yeah, it's been a great bike, in my opinion. I bought it for $999, and when I bought it, they didn't have any long-range bikes available, which is what I wanted. So I bought a extra battery with it. And the issues I've had with it aren't really that much, and nothing major. The pedals, when I first got it, were pretty bad. They used to stick a lot, and I thought I was going to have to replace the pedals when I bought it, and but they have these little rubber grommets on them that yeah, are probably designed to protect the bearings inside the pedals, and they would cause the pedals to stick a lot. So I cut those bushings out, and my plan was, you know, to get new pedals and just use these until they fell apart. But once I took the little rubber grommets out, I put some lithium grease inside the bearings for the pedals, and ever since then they've been fine. The first display that I had on it stopped working at 380 miles, and I had to contact Lectric to replace it. That first one, it took a while to get that display because they were, I don't know, they were selling a lot of bikes and they didn't have these on hand, so I think it took a couple weeks to get that display. The second display stopped working at 2,300 miles, and they got that one replaced. Within a week I had it. But right now we're at 3,435 miles on this display, and it's the longest living one. Yeah, the only downside to that is, you know, you want to be able to show people, look, I have this many miles on my bike, but you can't really prove it. But I've got the videos. I see a lot of ads that Lectric has where they're like showing off somebody that's got like X amount of miles on their bike on their display. So I don't get to do that, but it doesn't matter. The the brakes, the brake pads that come with the bike aren't very good at all. So if you do buy one, I would definitely like, if you only have $1,000 to spend on a bike, there's so many bikes out there, so it's really difficult to nail down which bike to get, you know. And but you know, if I had $1,000, I would probably buy another one. But I really wish Lectric would come out with a bike that has rear suspension. But when I bought the bike, I think that, you know, they're aware of how uncomfortable their seats are. So the seat that comes with the Lectric back then, I don't know if they still have it. I mean, this seat is it's terrible. So with no suspension, it was a very rough ride at first. I got used to it. But anyway, so when I bought the bike, they gave me a comfort seat post, or they call it like a comfort package or whatever. So it's a better seat and a better seat post, which it didn't come right away. It took a while for that to come in. I think it took, you know, a few months to come in. Good morning. And so yeah, comfort seat post is an absolute must. Yeah, and the brakes aren't very good, so find some brakes on Amazon or wherever you get your bike stuff, and have them ready, you know, because they're not gonna last. What else? Good morning. The only other thing besides the displays was the charger. So my charger stopped working at I don't know how many miles. But with the charger, I mean, I think like we have some pretty funky outlets in my house, so that could have been part of the issue. But yeah, when my charger stopped working, I bought another comparable charger from Amazon and got it the next day, and then the charger from Lectric came pretty much within a week, and so now I have two chargers, which is nice. With my batteries, I want to make sure I use both of them, so periodically I'll just swap out the battery as my regular, you know, my regular charger that I use on the daily, you know, or my regular battery I use on the daily. I was doing it switching them out every month, but now I really don't keep track of it. I just, when I feel like I need to swap over, I will. As far as range, let's look at the freeway real quick. Some freeway action. So this is the 5 freeway right before it branches off to the 55 freeway. The 55 freeway takes you into all the beach cities. Yeah, so that'll take you into right into Newport Beach and PCH and all that. bike. The first first tires that came with the bike, they're knobby tires, and you know, once your tires start wearing out, be prepared for flats, because the tires that come with the bike, I had them on for, I didn't swap out the tires until I think around 4,000 miles. But both tires were completely bald. So I had, of course, the rear tire sees all the weight, so it got bald pretty fast. And then I put the front tire on the back and made it last as long as I could. But as soon as those little the little knobbies wear out, you're gonna start getting flat tires. So, I would say off the cuff, put slime in your tires right away. Because when the knobbies are on there, there's not that much surface area hitting the ground. But once they wear out, then your whole tire is pretty much on the ground. And the tires themselves, that material is very, very thin. And yeah, you'll get flats, man. You'll get flats every day. Like, once I got my first flat, I got probably 3 flats in the same week. Within a week, I think I got 3 flats before I finally put that sealant in them. But yeah, there's a lot of activity in these motels over here. But yeah, that's about it, man. There's so much activity right here. Let's cruise through here real quick. Yeah, you don't get to see everything that I see in my periphery, which is pretty crazy. Let me cut through here real quick. So I'll probably might ride home on this street today, and maybe cruise through some of these motels. Because this guy's got a nice setup on his RV. He's got a barbecue back there. But as far as everything else, I mean, yeah, I haven't had any issues. I haven't adjusted the derailleur. It's been the same since I bought it. Maintenance-wise, I just clean the chain off periodically and oil it, and then I just ride it, Yeah, this suspension is nothing special, at all. But for me, it works. If you have like back problems or something like that, I would definitely suggest getting like a bike with suspension. because it's a rough ride. You know, folding it up, you know, having a folding bike, I mean, I think that's good, you know, for transportation, but it's not something that I like doing. And even, you know, having to unfold it to swap out the battery is kind of annoying, but you know, it's kind of just is what it is, you know. Yeah, and as far as speed, I mean, it's your typical typical Class 3 e-bike. You know, your range, you know, you're not going to want to make any kind of long you're not going to want to make any super long journeys on this bike, you know. I mean, it's not really much fun riding in pedal assist 2. I mean, I think I use pedal assist 2 when I'm cruising around on the sidewalks. So if you like riding, you know, only like 15 miles an hour, you can get some good range. But you know, you're going to want to be in pedal assist 3 to pedal assist 5, and if you're riding like that, you're probably going to go you know, comfortably, yeah, maybe only 20 miles, you know, I would say. With pedal assist 2, you might be able to get 25. It's a pretty long alley. Around this alley. So we're over here by the neighborhood bike path. So it's already 6:21. So we're gonna have to speed it up a little bit. So I have a lot of videos backlogged right now. I'm running out of storage for them. Boy. Let's go this way. So I don't ride through residential areas too much. But I might have to start doing that because I've run out of, starting to run out of routes. Yeah, this Orange Street right there I've ridden on many, many times, so we'll continue down this street. Yeah, when I first started riding, I would tell people I work with, yeah, I ride, you know, the different areas I ride through, different streets, and everybody seemed to think that I was riding through people that are from around here. Would warn me, oh man, you're going, you know, be careful, you know, you're going through some bad areas, and they were kind of warning me, you know, about some of these areas that I go through, but I don't really, I haven't had any issues. I mean, it's just been, I don't know. I haven't had any problems at all. But I guess I think as a whole, I think a lot of areas have actually I've only been out here for 14 years, so maybe some of these areas used to be bad, but I just think that people aren't, what are they going to do, Like, what is there to be afraid of? So you're going to be afraid of getting robbed? But I mean, I don't know. I just don't think it's really that big of a deal. They seem like really nice neighborhoods. Like compared to, I think maybe further, west, you could probably possibly run into some problems. And then it also has to do, with the time of day you're riding. But I know there's a lot of, quote, gang neighborhoods. Most of the neighborhoods I ride through are gang neighborhoods, but like they don't care about me. Or they don't seem to. I guess if it was at nighttime, yeah, compared to the neighborhoods that I feel much safer riding through these neighborhoods than I would the neighborhoods that I grew up in right now, in the Central Valley. I feel much safer here. Oh, this is a nice street right here. Look at these trees. Yeah, I was watching a YouTube channel, a YouTube live channel last night, and it's a channel that started out talking about, you know, prison life, which I've never been in prison, but I do like those kinds of, I like anything to do with gangs and crime and you know, that kind of subject matter, and prison politics and things like that. And one of the channels I watch talks about that, and then during the live, somebody asks the guy's opinion on Orange County. You know, is it dangerous? And then they asked about Santa Ana. And this guy doesn't know. He's not even from around here. He's from like the Santa Barbara area. So, but he goes, "Oh yeah, no, Orange County is bad. Santa Ana is bad. Santa Ana is," he said, this is what he said. He said Santa Ana is the South Central of Orange County. So I don't know. I don't know which section of Santa Ana is like South Central. I haven't seen any South Central areas in Santa Ana yet, but so I don't know how we ended up being so late today, but we're very late. It's already 6:36. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to start doing some rides. So Santa Ana is actually a really big area. So I don't think, like the downtown isn't really that big. It's not that big of a city as far as you know, like that really dense urban downtown area is not, it's not very big, but land-wise, it's actually really big. So there's still a lot more west of Bristol, and I think, you know, looking at the crime map, you know, on the west side of Bristol, that looks pretty bad. There's a lot of different neighborhoods on that side. So I think I've got pretty much Santa Ana buttoned up, with the exception of those areas. But between Bristol and Harbor, I don't. It's just really far out of my range when it comes to my daily commute. I mean, if I start exploring those areas, you know, we're going to be having, you know, probably 16. The average commute is going to be about 16 miles, but I'm kind of at that point where if I really truly want to conquer Santa Ana and all it has to offer, I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to, you know, start taking Sunflower past Bristol, hitting those streets. I'll have to start hitting like Rate and all those streets, and then Fairview, and then Harbor, and then all of the streets that go east and west in between all of those points, all the way up to Orange, and then you're in like the Garden Grove area. So I guess that's what I'm gonna have to start doing, but we'll see. Still have a lot of battery left. yeah, so hopefully by this time next year, we'll be reviewing bikes. I'm gonna have to get a hold of I know John Hicks. He's a pretty big YouTuber, but he does a lot of he's been doing tons of live videos, and he seems to get some pretty good footage on his lives. And then there's another guy that's got a setup from LAOC TV, who's a friend of John Hicks. He doesn't have, his whole thing is he's like a stringer out of LA, but he hooked up with John Hicks, and he's done some live, some lives riding his electric bike through LA and stuff. So I'm gonna contact those guys and see exactly what they use to be able to make good quality videos, live videos, and that's what I want to do. So yeah, my goal for this year is to at the end of, by this time next year, to hopefully be doing bike reviews, or at least have the channel monetized, so I can use that money to get equipment and then get what I need to being able to sustain a decent bike and be making some quality lives here in Orange County. All right, well, thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll catch you on the next one.